Welcome to another segment on Jesuit historical tracks. This time around we want to focus on Makumbi mission, but we'll start with some input from the LCBLs who have always been associated with the Society of Jesus since their formation under Archbishop Aston Chichester. Sister Pius Katsukunya will take us through some of her experience as a novice at Makumbi mission. So let's hear part of that story from her.
I went to Macumba for the novitiate in 1964.
And how many were you in your group?
In our group we were 8.
8 of you. Are you all still alive or some have gone to the Lord?
Some have gone to the Lord except 3 of us, Sister Mawile, Sister Euphrasia, and myself. The rest have gone.
Okay. And how was novitiate like at Makumbi those days?
It was nice, but you know, the experience was a bit hard because of the environment. And you know, the girls coming from different missions,
Yes.
starting with the spiritual life itself,
Yes.
the training, they have to be serious.
Yes.
So that will be a good sisters.
That's
But
right.
it was nice, we enjoyed it. The group was very good.
So what are some of those hard things that you refer to?
Especially gardening.
Gardening.
Gardening, it was so demanding. And we had to do the laundry ourselves. To experience hardships of food
Yes.
was another thing we had to take in account. And the novice mistress was very good.
Yes. When you say food, you mean it was not the food that you were used to, or there was actually a shortage of food?
It was, you know, the trainer, the mistress was a European one.
Yes.
And those days they thought Africans, if they eat anything, can have sour milk, which is not really sour. Have that with the food. And bread. During that time it was unknown. We had to have scraps from 4th Street, which were taken by the Dominicans, sending down to Macumba. And to have the taste of bread, we have to mix that with tea. And that was for tea time.
Yeah.
And sometimes for supper.
Yes.
But they tried their best.
Yes.
But it was not so easy.
Okay.
But it trained us.
And what kind of works did you used to do as novices around that time?
Around that time, gardening,
Right.
laundry, sewing, household work, cleaning, teaching.
Right. I understand some of the sisters used to go into the villages on bicycles.
Yes, because some of the professed sisters were teaching
Okay.
around the missions. And so they had to get down by bicycles to the areas where they were teaching.
Were there nurses among the sisters?
Yeah, there were some of the nurses who were working at sanatorium.
At the sanatorium in Makumbi Mission Hospital?
The TB center.
Or the TB center?
Yeah.
Okay. And the first LCBL sisters to go there for novitiate, how many were there?
They were 19.
19.
As far as I remember. They were 19.
Those were the pioneers.
Yeah, they were the pioneers. And they managed to get it through.
Okay. And what are the LCBLs still associated with at Makumbi Mission these days?
What I know is one of them is working in the library. And some
The
are
school
working-
library?
School library, yes.
All right.
And there are no more teachers. We are teaching at the school.
Right.
And no more boarding mistresses. During our time, there were our sisters being
The boarding matrons.
yes, and then also they were looking after the orphans. The sisters, they are no more there. And we have this for Eureka,
Yes.
the herbal project.
For the one that is run by Sister Yulita.
This
Okay.
is there at Makumbi.
So she processes and plants and processes the herbs there.
Yes, one of our sisters also is doing pastoral work.
Okay. Only one.
Anyhow, pastoral work for those who are still weak, cannot go far,
Yes.
they go round. But only one goes with the priest when he goes to the outstations.
Okay.
And the candidates are there at
Oh.
Makumbi. That's the central place for candidates.
Okay.
And some are in school and some are staying there. So for Macumba, then the candidates, they process to here.
Okay, to the novitiate.
No.
To the postulants.
Yeah. And then the novitiate next door.
Oh, okay. So basically, formation is still taking place at Makumbi
Yes, for the candidates.
for the candidates. And when they finish their program there, they come here in Borodale
As postulants.
as postulants. And how long do they take as candidates in Makumbi?
In Macumba, it depends. Sometimes because they take it a central place. One can go to school
Okay.
coming from Macumba, and then during the holidays going back to Macumba.
Okay.
So that it depends with the type of education. When one comes in, maybe after Form 4,
Yes.
she has done Form 6.
Yes.
Straight away she spends the year there,
Right.
or 2 or 3,
Right.
and then she processes. But the usual thing is 3 years candidate,
Okay.
and then 1 year postulants, and then the novitiate.
Which is 2 years.
2 years.
Oh, okay.
So 6 years.
So that was Sister Pius Katsukunya's vision and input. Now, let's turn our attention to Sister Teresiana Muteme. She was a novice at Makumbi Mission, and then later on in life, as an LCBL, she became the novice mistress there. She has quite some stories to tell. Let's find out from her. Sister Teresiana, who was the first parish priest of Makumbi as far as you remember?
As far as I remember, and what I heard was the Father Kaibek. Trice Hill was a school, a boarding school.
Yes.
And it was also a place where people who had problems here and there would come and ask Father Kaibek to come and deliver at the mission.
Yes.
And we are calling these big girls, because they were already big girls.
Yes.
Some of them, they were, about to marry, but they didn't marry. They preferred to come to the mission,
Yes.
to ask Father Kaibek to come to the mission. And he was just open-handed to say, come.
Yes.
Anyone who wanted to come, come. So we were calling them boarders,
Yes.
those big girls. And we were school children, boys and girls.
Yes.
And it was a very nice school anyway. We learned very well.
Yes.
Because we had also a brother who was looking after the boys. We had a sister, Roslinda, was looking after the girls. We had the other sisters, precious blood sisters. We are the ones who were there. So they were precious blood sisters and the Jesuit fathers at Trice Hill. So myself, I remember that where I got my vocation to become as I am today.
Yes.
Because I met people who were kind of helping me to enter this life, to be accepted as a candidate there. And then after that, I went to Monte Casino as a candidate, continuing with my schooling until I came to a stage where I was a postulant.
Yes.
And from there, then Monte Casino, I went to Makumbi. because Macumbi, that's where we had our novitiate.
Okay.
We had a Dominican sister who was the novice mistress, Mother de Mercedes.
Which year was this sister?
The year I went to Macumbi,
Yes.
it was 1949.
1949.
So I was in the novitiate 49
Yeah.
and 50.
Yes.
2 years in the novitiate.
Uh-huh.
And then at the end of the novitiate, I went to Musam after my profession. And because the congregation now thought of somebody who could take over now from this Mother de Mercedes or Mother Elidibeta, who were running the novitiate.
In
And
Macumbi.
In Macumbi.
Yeah.
Because we had our first Mother General, Mother Roca,
Yes.
in 1965.
Okay. That was the first LCBL.
LCBL Mother
Mother
General,
General.
yeah. So now, with me now, after this, that's why they were all thinking that, around 70s
Yes.
and so on, that I think it's high time
Yes.
we have our own novice mistress.
Right.
So Mark was smart, the Bishop Mark. Bishop Mark must have been the one, I think, who suggested.
Right.
And then they were thinking that we need that person to go and get what? To have a course
Yes.
on how to run a novitiate. All through these countries to go to Ireland as they are thinking, Marco, do you think that will work? Marco said, no, I am going to try that, and she is going to Ireland. So, funny enough, it happened. And then some of the fathers from Ireland were also helping me, especially Father Orton, talking to her sister in Ireland that she would look after me when I come there.
Right.
And even traveling,
Right.
that she would wait at the airport and what? And, meet me. So that
So
was
how long were you in
Ireland.
In Ireland?
2 years.
2 years. Then you came back
Then I came back
to Macumbi now.
to Macumbi now, because that was, I went in 1971, came back in 1973
Okay.
to start the job at Macumbi,
As novice mistress.
as novice mistress.
Yes.
So with me, I was very happy that I got that chance to go to Ireland, because I learned a lot
Right.
from other people. And I also visited the other countries,
Yes.
about like Germany, England, Italy,
Yes.
France, all those countries. I was helped because I also met some people who were novice mistresses, and I learned.
Right.
From
how to do it. Right.
And then Father Ambrose,
Yeah.
Ambrose,
Yes.
he was very good. He also tried to get me through Malawi,
Okay.
that don't come back without also visiting
An African country.
to see how others are doing it. And
Right.
that was very kind of him.
Right.
So I went to Malawi, I went to even Muzuzu, north of Malawi,
Yes.
to visit the other novitiates.
Novitiates, yes.
And that helped me a lot. I was very happy. So when I came home now, it was something I thought that was okay.
Yeah.
So I went to the novitiate now in November. That was November 17, 1974. Because I had, asked the one who was in the novitiate Mother Elidibeta,
Yes.
the Dominican sister, to say that Mother, look here now, I have to visit other countries that I think I will be late in coming.
Okay.
And
So-
she said, no problem.
Okay. So now let me get this clear. When you were a novice, the Jesuit priest who was with you at Macumbi was Father?
At Macumbi,
Yeah.
That-
When you were a novice.
when I was a novice,
Yes.
that was Father Bar. Do you know
Father
Bar?
Bar. Yes, I've heard
My
about it.
way.
Yes.
That money. These are people who really had faith,
Right.
and those who liked God.
Right.
So he was also very kind.
Okay.
When I was in the novitiate now, as a novice,
Yes.
Bar was there.
Was there. Who
And
was he with? Was he alone?
No, he was with Father Ray.
Uh-huh.
A Father Ray.
Uh-huh.
He is now, he
Yes,
died.
he's gone to the Lord.
Yeah, but they were very good because they were the ones who were helping us with English in the novitiate. Because we needed also some lessons on English.
That's right.
So Ba was coming, or Ray was coming, know.
Yes.
And Ray said, what? That is, you know what, I want to tell you one thing. There are only 2 people here in Rhodesia.
Yeah.
It was still Rhodesia.
Rhodesia then.
Who speak very good English.
And that was?
It is Bishop Chichester and myself. And we laughed.
Right.
He was rather quite manic. He was not a person who no, but he rather quiet. But to tell you that 2 people
who could speak good English.
Yeah.
In Rhodesia then?
Yes, in Rhodesia. Just 2 people. Bishop Chichester and myself.
Yourself?
And myself. That was
all right.
Himself, Ray and Chichester.
Okay.
They were the only people who could speak good English.
So they could be trusted with teaching English.
Yeah.
That's right. Okay. So what kind of things did you used to do as novices?
As novices, we needed to work in the garden, and in the kitchen.
Yes.
And also serving the fathers.
All right.
We used to do that. And we were also asked to visit the sick.
In the villages?
No, at the hospital.
At the hospital?
Yes.
Okay.
Sometimes people were very sick and whatnot. I remember somebody was nearly Kainot. He was called Kainot. And he was nearly dying. And we were asked as novices to go and pray for that man.
And what happened?
And he died.
Yeah. Right.
But it was, still as young novices, we were afraid, to see somebody
dying.
And the mother, they said, was always after me. Yeah, Teresa.
Okay. And what kind of food did you used to have?
Food, to tell you the truth, it was not easy. Because we had porridge in the morning.
Right.
Sada in the afternoon, in the evening. And sometimes in the evening, we had the bread.
Only?
And that bread was coming from the Dominican convent.
In 4th Street?
4th Street. The back of the loaf.
Yes.
That's what we were getting, because they didn't eat this back of the loaf, it's hard.
Yes.
So this was, they were cutting these things, put them together, send them to the novices,
Right.
My father was not happy that I would be a sister, because he said, that life is very difficult. And I don't, expect you to go there, because there are already some people who left, because it was rather difficult.
Yeah.
And then he was saying to me, you go there and you will eat mangai. You know mangai?
Yes, I do.
And then I didn't really know that. Because when I was at Mondigas, doing my training, until I came to Makumbi. And then on Sunday, in the morning, we are getting mangai.
And on Sunday in the morning for breakfast?
For breakfast. And I said, if my father now
sees this,
you say, come, we go home.
Right. Right.
But that was it. So you see now that sometime in the evening, sometimes we had the bread, as I am telling you.
Right.
And
bread alone without any soup or?
Bread with some tea.
Oh, okay.
Some tea.
Yes.
And then on Sundays, as I am saying, mangai. So it was rather, as a novices, we accepted it.
Yeah.
Because what else could you do?
There was no way you could protest.
There was no way we could or refuse. Because that would be on your own, then
you'll be asked to leave.
To leave.
Yes.
If you can, accept this.
Yeah. Okay.
So this is how I stayed down with at Makumbi.
And then as novice mistress, you took over from Mother Demesed?
No, from Iridibeta. There was a Iridibeta Dominican sister.
Yes.
the Dominicans, we were in good terms with them.
Right.
When I am going to be a novice mistress, I will ask for two things.
Which
and,
one?
and this I did. I said I need a field. We are Africans.
Right.
Because we needed to grow our own things.
That's right. Your own crops.
Yes, crops. And then I said I needed a car. As you know, moving up and down and whatnot.
Right.
But Mark was very good. The field is straightforward. He said, yes, you need that to grow your own things and whatnot. Now about the car, depending with the mission, the superior of the mission. Because there was Father Wardell. Did you hear of Wardell?
I did, yes.
He was a very good man. He knew me there. And you were kind of, friends.
Right.
So when I met him at the novitiate,
yes,
at Makumbi, he was so helpful.
Oh, okay.
And he could do anything now, whatever.
Yeah.
That was good. And then after that, we had Macumba.
Oh, Father Macumba.
Father Macumba.
All right.
Macumba also, when I was there, maybe first they didn't understand me because, of course, I've been with the Europeans.
Yes.
I was speaking English and what not and what is not.
Yes. Right.
But as the time went on, because I was only telling the truth.
Yes.
The novitiate was not finished. It had still to be finished, independent and what not.
The construction of the place.
And I didn't like that as a novice mistress.
Okay.
And then one day I just spoke to him to say, when are you going to finish this job in the novitiate? When are the rooms going to be ready for the novices to sleep in? Saturday and I am coming there, we talk together.
Right.
You're most welcome, come. And then he came and we talked together. At the end he said, you be the white superior on this mission, and that I don't care.
Yes.
But afterwards,
yes,
I was so good.
Okay.
I tended so that whenever there was a feast,
yes,
or a get together, he would always say, we go to the novitiate. We go to the novitiate.
To have the feast there.
I have the feast there. And whenever I wanted something also to order something,
right,
he would say Saturday and write down what you want. Yeah. And we were getting a box of fruit every Thursday.
Okay.
Whenever the car went to town. So, that fighting, I think, helped us.
It helped to clear up a certain area of cooperation. Now, from your memory of the Jesuits that you saw, you met, your memory of the Jesuits that you met at Macumbi, we're talking of Father. Let's go through that list again. Father
Kaibeg is the very one who started.
Right. And then
Father
Bar. And then he was with Father Rea.
Bar and Rea were together.
Right. And then you had Father Wardell, and then Father Macumba.
Yes, and then Father Macumba.
Can you summarize?
And there was this Father, what did we call him now? Quite one who was in Father Ben. Do you know Ben? Father Ben?
Father Ben, I don't know him.
He was a person of himself.
Okay.
But I liked him myself.
Okay.
I even asked him to come to the novitiate and give some talks on the letters of St. Paul.
Okay. So I was going to ask, from this experience that you had with the Jesuits, what were their main works or their general works at the mission? What kind of things did they do to make Macumba mission what it is?
What I think, there were people who really did their duty. If he was a superior, he was a superior. And he worked as a superior, if you understand me.
Right.
That if there was anything to be done, even outside and things, he would really stand up.
Right.
Now, just to tell you maybe a story about Macumba.
Yes.
You know Chinamora?
Yes.
Chinamora was a secret Christian. People, because He was so, he had devotion to Our Lady,
Right.
Chinambora. In spite of that, he was Chief Chinambora. And I remember there was a year when Our Lady was going around through the country, and then he came with Chinambora with an envelope, giving it to Our Lady. And somebody took the envelope, Of course, he was giving to Our Lady.
Right.
Wasn't that wonderful?
It was.
Yes, and he was now and then coming to Mass, Chinambora.
All right. Okay.
Now what happened when Chinambora died? Can you understand this?
Yeah.
Makebo and the rest
Yes.
arranged that they would say Mass for him at the mission.
Okay.
And so they brought the body of Chinambora
to the mission.
in the coffin to have mercy during the night. I remember that night it had rained.
Yes.
And but Makebo went into that, he didn't tell anyone, he didn't say what. And Chinambora was buried, as I say now, he has his grave at the mission, at the cemetery of the mission.
Yes.
You understand me?
I do.
And the next morning,
Yes.
nobody knew that what happened during the night.
That's right.
Makebo is taking us sisters to bury Chinambora at his home. Because nobody knew that Chinambora was not there.
All right. All right.
So there was a coffin there, a prepared coffin, and they had also, a son-in-law, a white son-in-law.
All right.
And he was there also busy as being a son to make sure that this coffin is being carried.
Okay.
I don't know what they had put inside that to make it a bit.
To make it a bit heavy.
Sister, I never forget that.
Yeah.
And
Now,
I said,
what about these other priests? What significant things did they do at Makumbi mission? Who started the hospital? Do you know?
The hospital, I am not sure because when I went there, it was already
It was
there.
What about the building of the church?
But the fathers were very much after the sick. They did their duty.
Okay.
If somebody, as I say, somebody was dying, one priest would go there
Always.
to make sure to pray for the sick.
Right.
Sanatorium
The sanatorium
was also a hospital.
Yes.
Was sick. So they again as Jesuits. Jesuits, they are Jesuits and they are Jesuits. Sure.
Meaning to say what?
When I want to say this, what does the church say? That's what a Jesuit is always say to you. What does the church say about this? And he does what the church says.
Okay.
That's a Jesuit. That's what I've learned from the Jesuit.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's very good. Thank you very much, sister. And you've given us an interesting insight
Have you?
into.
So you got something.
Oh, yes. We've received a good insight from you about the life at Makumbi during your time as a novice, as well as a novice mistress.
Mistress, yeah.
And for how long were you a novice mistress?
I was at Makumbi. I was 6 years. I did, because they say after 6 years, it's either you do a course, another course, refresher course,
Right.
or somebody will come in.
Right.
So they preferred to send me to Zambia.
Okay.
Kalundu, you ever heard of
Yes,
Kalundu?
yes, I know the place.
I went there in 1980,
All right.
and they spent that whole year in 1980 in Kalundu. Even up to now, I don't forget because we got a lot of help there.
Okay, good.
So it helped. And then I came back. When I came back, that's when we started this new novitiate here.
In Borodale.
In Borodale. I was the very first one to start this.
Oh.
And it was blessed by Father Makeb.
All right.
Again, this novitiate.
All right.
So I started that.
And how many novices did you have in Borodale? Do you remember?
In Borodale here,
To start with.
they were already, because we are coming from Makumbi. So this was already being 19, we came here in 1978.
Somebody told me 1978 because of the war.
Because of the war, we were in Regina Mundi.
You moved from Makumbi to
To
Regina
Regina Mundi, and we stayed there. Even going to Zambia.
Yes.
It
was from Regina Mundi.
Yeah,
Fields.
because of the war, because we moved from Makumbi because of the war.
Yes. So that was Sister Teresiana Muteme's vision and input. And so now, since 1978, the LCBL novitiate moved away from Makumbi mission to Borodil, where they are currently. Sister Petronila Msakanyi is the current novice mistress. She will give us a little insight into the LCBL novitiate life. Let's hear what she has to say about that.
I'm Sister Petronila Msakanyi, the novice directress of the novices here of the LCBL sisters. We are here in Borodil. Our novitiate was once located in Makumbi. So in 1978, it moved here to Borodil due to the war situation. Currently, we are having 8 novices, 5 first years and 3 second years. And they seem to love the life and they promise to be good LCBL sisters. So our daily program is like this. They wake up at 4:45, then at 5:30 we start our morning prayer, followed by meditation, then mass thereafter, and then after the church activities, then they move on to breakfast at around 7:30, then followed by classes at 8:30. And then from there, they go to different duties that we call manual work. It will be tending to the chickens, gardening, making candles, laundry, and so forth and so on. And after that, we have midday prayer, starting by examination of conscience at 12 noon, and followed by midday prayer, rosary, and the divine office. Then is followed by lunch. Then between lunch, after lunch, between 1:30 and 2:30, they have a relaxation moment whereby they recreate, sharing stories. It is just a laughing time. And then after that, they go back to silence, as we know that it is the practice of the novitiate and the very crucial one that they are supposed to keep silence, which helps them to really get into themselves, having to know themselves and knowing God as well. And then after that moment of relaxation, they go back to their respective duties up to 4:30. Then they prepare for the afternoon lesson, and then after that class we go for prayer, evening prayer, and we put together what we have been doing, recollecting and offer everything to God. And then after evening prayer, then supper time. And after supper, our timetable varies depending on the day. At times they do recreation, at times spiritual reading, shared prayer, and study. They have 2 study days, and then up to 8:45, where we have a night prayer. Then thereafter, followed by retiring. So it is our norm here in the LCBL novitiate that by 10 p.m. everybody should be retiring. So this is what we do. This is our day-to-day program.
So there we have it. That's the input from the LCBLs concerning Macumbi mission. It's not all that they could have said, but of course, the little snippets give us an insight into the LCBL experience at Macumbi mission then and now, and we wish them the best in the future.